Welcome everyone. Before I start this video, I just want to apologize if I start sweating in the middle of the video. I just went for a run. I don't know when I'm going to have time to shoot a video, so I need to shoot it now. So I will be probably sweating profusely in this video. But it's not because I'm nervous. It's like that after cool down period. So today I wanted to talk about this whole idea of hype versus reality. And one of the things that drew me to the Cardano cryptocurrency is this idea that Cardano is based in reality versus hype. Simple things that they do, like having accountability on their roadmap, having that little ticker that says in 30 days we're going to provide updates, or releasing a paper and then you see it on their platform, you see it on Cardano roadmap, the percentage complete. And every 30 days it updates, it's 5%, it's 20%, it's 50%. You can hold the projects accountable. So, even though they're releasing these very complex papers, they are working, the theoretical papers are being applied to the actual code base. And that is beautiful. There are so many cryptocurrency projects out there that have no roadmap. You have no direction of where they're going. There's no accountability. I'm going to pick on Bitcoin quickly. And once again, I love Bitcoin, but the Lightning Network paper came out in 2015. When is Lightning Network going to come out? Apparently it was beta tested already. It had some issues this year. Is it going to come out tomorrow? Is it going to come out in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? I don't know. Someone needs to tell me. But, what does this mean? This lack of accountability leads to extremely slow progress. It also leads to susceptibility in the future. You hear of all these things called quantum computers are coming, and apparently they're running in qubits. And it's some type of extremely powerful calculation that's going to be able to de-scramble people's public and private keys if the cryptocurrency is not quantum resistant. Cardano said that they're working on quantum resistant signatures. They put it in a paper and you can see it in their roadmap. They're being accountable for their actions. So they're really future-proofing their cryptocurrency. So, what's going to happen in this future when all these quantum computers come out? Cryptocurrencies that don't have quantum resistance, they're just going to be wiped. I mean, people's funds are just going to be taken. And once again, this is if the quantum computers come out in 10, 15 years. But that's what the estimates are. It will fall into the wrong hands and people will use it for nefarious actions. So another thing is that, I don't want to pick on the hash graph type of cryptocurrencies, but this whole idea of like IoT cryptos and stuff like that, I find the ideas a little bit far-fetched. I feel like it's more hype. People are getting excited. Oh, my fridge is going to talk to my car. This is going to talk to my fridge. And, most devices out there are so cheap. I know they're connected to the internet, but do I really need my Bluetooth, my $20 Bluetooth headphones communicating with my car or communicating with my fridge? I just feel like it's a waste of energy. It just doesn't make sense. Most of these electronic devices out there are so cheap. They're so cheap. Why do we need to waste resources on communication between cheap items? I would understand more expensive items, but not everyone has a $4,000 or $5,000 Samsung smart fridge in their kitchen, or the latest $3,000 Samsung triple spin washer and dryer, or dishwasher. Most people have just regular appliances. And travel outside the city, outside of where people are, to less affluent places, and there are many, most places are less affluent, and you'll find people with CRT TVs, those cathode ray TVs, tube TVs, those big TVs. They haven't even upgraded to plasma. They haven't even upgraded to LCD and all the latest technology. It's a little bit more hype than it actually is. And it's very interesting because in life, I think that human beings have a natural tendency to hype things up bigger than they actually are. I don't want to pick on Tesla. I think that Teslas are beautiful cars. But, sometimes claims are just not substantiated. I know that the environment is taking a beating and fossil fuels are just destroying a lot of things. But, you know, there are drawbacks to this near infinite perfect solution. You know, electric cars, they're wonderful. They're wonderful. But at the same time, only Tesla has a supercharger network. You know, you still have to plug it in. It's still using coal as electricity resources. I know some places they're using alternative energy resources. And in addition, what's going to happen to all those battery packs once Teslas get discarded? You know, those lithium ion battery packs, you know, you're going to hear a story in 10 years about all those battery packs sitting in some kind of landfill, leaching into water sources and whatnot. I'm not saying we don't need to move towards electric cars and more sustainable energy. Of course we do. But this idea of overhyping and under-delivering is something that's very prevalent within society. I'll give you another couple of examples. I don't know if you're in California or some of the northern states as well. You know, you go to the grocery store and then they charge you a bag tax, and they're not using plastic bags, which is great because plastic bags litter the ocean and whatnot, and people don't recycle bags, and it's very bad. But at the same time, they switch to these quadruple layer brown paper bags, and you wonder how many trees are being cut for these bags. So it's like, you know, I'm moving from one solution to another. I know it's a better step, but I think that we need to be aware that, you know, it's not a one solve issue for anything. You know, Elon Musk wants to land people on Mars. You know, I mean, it's great. You know, like if the technology is there, but, you know, I highly doubt it. Doesn't it take like 6 months to get to Mars? I mean, I think we need to figure out problems that are here first. And I know this is going off tangent, but yeah, so I don't know what you think, but a lot of these cryptocurrencies are all hype. You know, I'm going to do 1 million transactions per second. I'm going to do 1 billion transactions per second. Where is the energy coming from to get this throughput? You know, Visa does a lot of transactions per second. So does Amex. So does MasterCard. But these transactions have to be stored somewhere in a server. So you want a server that's full of IoTs, basically little tiny cheap devices communicating with each other, burning electricity, burning whatever resources we have on dumb transactions like my Bluetooth headset communicating with my cheap $5 MP3 player that's connected to the internet. It just doesn't make sense. What's the purpose? The community, we need to trim with the excess. We need to trim the excess. We don't need to be worried about these superfluous claims and whatnot. We need to worry about what's going on right now and the reality of situations. We are building the next generation blockchain, and it's happening before our eyes. It's not like there's accountability. The roadmap extends to 2020, and it's going to extend a little bit further if we decide that new features need to come in. It's going to be a never-ending project, but there's accountability. I don't know when the next roadmap update is, maybe a couple weeks, but we'll have some new information. You know, and it seems like every week or so we get some new tidbits, new direction of where the company's going. New papers are being released. They are working. You know, I know that I think Qtum is, you know, sending satellites in space. You know, people are going to be mining in space and whatnot, taking the sun's energy. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Let me know. You know, that's just how I feel. This was just another ramble video. I apologize. Let me know what you think about this whole hype versus reality. It's a huge problem that we have. Maybe I'm pessimistic. Maybe I think that the technology is less than what it's hyped up to be. I think it's amazing, but I think that it's not what people think. But prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Once again, I'm not an engineer, so you need to let me know what my claims are. You know, it's all about having an open mind as well. So I'm willing to listen and hear and maybe change my viewpoints to see exactly maybe where I'm going wrong. But help me understand this. Thank you again. So please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a lot. Until the next video, let me know what you think.